Welcome guys to my channel TechnoSam, and I am Sam. Many times we are going to purchase any mobile phone, monitor, TV. We often get very much confused about which one to buy. 1080p, 4K, OLED, QLED, LED, LCD, etc. etc. Today in this video I will make a complete guide on what are the important features one should keep in mind while buying a new display. This video is going to be a big one, so please have patience and watch complete video till the end. So without further delay, let's get started. Friends, as we know, while buying a display, first comes the size of the display. The more is the size, the more immersive it looks. Then comes the brightness. We must check the brightness before buying any display. The unit of brightness is candela per meter square, or we call it nits. The average laptop have a brightness of 200 to 300 nits. Most of the phones have 400 to 500 nits of brightness, and most of the iPads have 500 nits of brightness. In the world of display, we know Samsung have the best displays in the world. The recently launched Galaxy S10 have a maximum brightness of freaking 1200 nits, whereas the 2018 iPhone lineup have the maximum brightness of just 600 nits. Then comes the resolution. When we call a display is just HD+, we actually mean the breadth of the display has just 720 pixels in it, or we can call it a 720p display. These HD Plus displays are actually considered dated nowadays. The Realme 3 still have an HD Plus display. When we say that the display is full HD Plus, actually we mean there are 1080p pixels along the breadth of the display. This is the modern standard for smartphone displays nowadays. The next in line comes in 4K resolution. This is the current standard of TVs nowadays. 4K means actually there are 400 pixels along the length of the display, or to be specific, 4K means 2160p. 4K displays will actually pack approximately 4000 into 2000 pixels. Then comes the 8K display, which will actually pack approximately 8000 into 4000 pixels. There are more than 8000 pixels along the length of the display. We can simply tell that 8K means 4320p. 8K displays are still considered as premium because they are just launched in the January CES event. Then comes the type of the diode which are used to make the displays. First comes the LCD display, which actually uses thin film transistor or TFT technology to improve the image quality. TFT is a special kind of field effect transistor made by depositing thin films of an active semiconductor layer as well as dielectric layer and metallic contacts over a supporting but non-conducting substrate. For such uses, the primary substrate is glass. Well, you don't need to know any of these techie terms. Simply try to avoid TFT LCD displays when you are going to buy a new display. Next comes the LED displays, which actually uses PN junctions light emitting diode to produce color sensitive pictures. Next comes the OLED displays, which are common in flagship phones and TVs nowadays. In OLED or organic LED displays, the immersive electroluminescent layer is a film of organic compound that emits light in response to an electric current. Next comes the AMOLED displays. It is actually a hybrid between the TFT and OLED panel, where TFT display is stacked under an OLED display to make it more vibrant and power efficient. Then comes the qled display or quantum dot displays. A quantum dot display is actually a display device that uses quantum dots, semiconductor nanocrystals, which can produce pure monochromatic red, blue and green light. And then comes the latest technology of micro-LED displays. Micro-LED displays consist of arrays of microscopic LEDs forming the individual pixel elements. The next factor is the contrast ratio. It is the ratio between the darkest color which can be produced by the display and the lightest color which can be produced by it. More the contrast ratio, the more vivid the display is. Then comes the aspect ratio. It is the ratio between the length and the breadth of the display. The iPads have an aspect ratio of 3:4. Most of the phones nowadays have an aspect ratio of 18:9. The older phones have 16:9 aspect ratio. The phones with notch have 19.5:9 aspect ratio. The newly launched Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus have a 20:9 aspect ratio, and the latest Xperia lineup have a 21:9 aspect ratio. On the other hand, most of the movies are filmed in 21:9 aspect ratio, so you can actually see those thick borders above and below the display when you are watching a movie on it. And at last comes the pixel density. which is measured in pixels. It is actually number of pixels per inch of the screen. Most of the older iPhones have a pixel density of 326 ppi, whereas Samsung Galaxy S10 have a freaking pixel density of more than 550 ppi. Apart from all these, there are also some other factors such as color accuracy and all, but they are very much easy to understand. Try to buy the display which is more color accurate. So that's it for now, guys. I know that this video can be too long and boring for some of the people, but this video topic actually won the poll against the ear power video. By the way, if you want to vote for the upcoming video topics, then follow me in Instagram, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely try to take a note on that and reply you back. This is Sam, and I hope to see you in my next video.